What up, my friends? How you doing? It is Tuesday even time, and it's even time, and I'm odd time. How is it going? Just laughing with Carly over some absolute some absolute dumb nonsense. She misheard me singing a song, and it just led to a whole bunch of, you know what, hold on, let me not get ahead of myself. First things first, let's share the live stream link. All right, let's do that. We'll share that in the Discord, and then we shall proceed thusly. Okay, there we go. That's perfect. All right, so that's done. Let's do our hellos. I raise my glass in welcome. What up, Gossett, Keebler? Hold on, actually, I wanna suck on it. What up, Gossett, Keebler, Ang, Baron, Corner, Luke, Good Games, Anthroplasm, Yamagoro, Chicken, Millmaster. Who else we got in here? Joe, Zircon, Heavy Metal. Nice bundle haul, by the way, bro. Kansiki, Jess, Esoteric Pots, Some, Shelton. Hello, my friends. How is the evening treating you? Hello, Dale. So I don't know how many of you guys know the old like Pearl Jam songs, and I don't remember what the name of the song is, but there's one where he's like, take a bottle, drink it down, pass it around, right? Take a bottle, drink it down. And then Carly was in the other room, and she was just going, dick and balls. Like, and then that just burgeoned out into other things. Started to do a Starseed version from Our Lady Peace, where it had those lyrics, and I'm just still laughing about it. Admittedly, it was stupid, but it was funny. You know, when he's like, we're back inside, that part, we're dick and balls, yay, like that. I gotta take some singing lessons. Oh, Corner, it's another great night. Thunderstorm just started putting the 3-year-old down, like you put down a dog. Are you sacrificing your child to storm spirits? Because that's not a thing, dude. That's not a thing, you backwards ass hillbilly weirdo. Wait, I guess that wouldn't be hillbilly, right? You backwards ass hedge wizard goofbag. What up? Martin, secret lair already out of stock. Do you mean the D&D secret lair? That's a pretty vague statement. You know, there's a 1,000,001 secret lairs. It's like if you said the Dalmatian's dead, I'd be like, there's 101. Which one? Pongo? Dongo? Drongo? Gongo? Mongo? Flongo? I don't know I think actually I did get one of the names right. I think starting out with Pongo was right. I think I saw that on a Lorcana card. So that I believe is correct. What? Listen, Blue, you can't talk about banning islands when you got Blue in your name, okay? All right? Ang, it's Crazy Mary. Oh, that's right. That's right, it is Crazy Mary. Dick and balls. Pass them around. Hedge Billy. Well, yeah, Martin, you're talking about the D&D secret lair. I'm not surprised it's sold out, bro. Not at all. I mean, I was surprised it didn't sell it a little bit faster. I popped by the LGS earlier today, and he had apparently been like on it right away. Like, oh, they did the launch, and he had to sit there for an hour waiting to get it. He even opened his store a little bit late because he was like, I'm going to get these secret lairs. And like an hour later, they were still available. So they didn't instantaneously sell out. but I'm not surprised. Chicken, yeah, Schlongo, yep, that's one. That's one that could go in there. Yamagrow, I don't think they're ever going back to print on demand, buddy. I don't think that's going to happen. Clearly, like, they want to sell as many as they can of any given secret layer, right? That's the case. But at the same time, there's reasons they're not doing it this way. Like, Wizards is incredibly greedy. So if they could make more money by going print to demand, that's what they would do. But it's not making them more money because I guess maybe they just can't afford to have the printers tied up with all these different options and then trying to fulfill them because they're constantly cranking products, right? Zircon, you guess you could buy it on D&D Beyond without a queue? Yeah, they had a limited amount there too, right? 100%. 100%. Corner, you thought I was going to say bottom hole instead of bundle haul? What's the matter with you? I'm glad you're putting your 3-year-old down because they shouldn't grow up with a dad like you. Because I'm guessing you're always cutting corners. Huh? Get it? Get it? You could actually do that. You could be a cutter. And then you should, I guess you shouldn't cut corners in life. Ha ha! I hate myself. You know? What up, Fisher? How you doing? How you doing? Jess, you're predicting Wizards shuts down in 2037? Listen, bro. Not to be insulting, but your opinions are worthless. You can't even tell when you're watching a fake prank video. That video that you sent me about the guys getting plungers on their head is so incredibly fake that you can tell it's fake without even having sound on. And the overacting is completely fucking absurd. And I can't enjoy prank videos when they're fake because it's not a fucking prank then, is it? It's not a prank at all. It's just orchestrated horseshit with shit actors. And that makes it garbage, okay? I can't get it. Yeah, you totally can pull it off your head. You're not trying. You're holding it on your head. You're holding it to make sure it doesn't come off. And you're a bad actor. Like, it's awful. It's awful. I hate that crap. I'm fine with things that aren't real when they're not trying to pretend they're real. It's just funny. It's not, though. It's not. It's not a prank. Here are pranks. No. Here's just some people sitting here that I have fucking paid to be a part of this, and I'm sticking a plunger on their head. Whoa, what a great what a great prank. It doesn't work, man. It doesn't work. Zircon, you skipped the D&D one? Well, you got the Monty Python action. That's the real deal, son. That's the real deal. Fisher, you found a kitten at work. You're stealing people's cats now, bro? Bibble, you still pop in every once in a while, but you stopped buying Magic a long time ago. The sheer amount of product dumping killed it for you. Well, that's a fair complaint. That is a fair complaint. Wizards makes like 1 billion products now. And for people who are like, yo, I don't want so many products, fine. I don't automatically have a problem with so many products. I have a problem with so many products made poorly, right? Like, ask yourself this question. If everything Wizards put out was well-balanced and fun to play with, would you have a problem with the fact that they were putting out a set every month? My answer becomes no. The problem isn't the sheer mass, it's the results. It's the fact that Wizards is spending no time actually balancing things. They're just shoving garbage out at an insane pace and focusing on Commander and the wrong things. So it's too many products is a side effect of what they're doing. And it's the way like the fact that they're making too many products is leading to sloppy workmanship, which is the real issue as far as I'm concerned. What up, Juggler? How you doing, buddy? Hello, Rays. The chi levels are high tonight. Do you know? You know what? They were holding the plungers on their head with chi effects. Zircon, I'm not actually triggered by what Jess shared this time. He's not trying to purport that it's real. When I go, it's fake, and he just responds, I find it entertaining. That's a valid response. That's a valid response. Carly watches these little videos, and she'll show them to me, and some of them are absolutely fake. And I just bite my tongue because she just wants to enjoy the video and doesn't care that it's fake. The fact that it ruins it for me is irrelevant. So I just go, cool, thanks for sharing. That was fun. And I walk off. But in my head, I'm like, that's horse shit. What we just watched is stupid garbage. But who cares? Who fucking cares? It's not negatively impacting my life. I just watched it for a second and went, meh, it's fake. It has to be. And it's not like fake crap presented as if it's real. I may as well just glue a fucking Vienna sausage over here and go, I have 2 thumbs on my hand. Whoa! Whoa, the guy's got 2 thumbs on it. It's like a Vienna sausage. You can see fucking duct taped on. No, it's good. Shut up. You know, like... Chicken, imagine how the employees who work there feel. It's got to be a mixed bag. Get excited to work on magic and then realize that you're just in a meat grinder, dude. Hack, I will preach. Some, you think I would enjoy monkey dust? I'm not interested in whatever drugs you are peddling, son. Bryce, you came back after 20 years and did get a chance to experience the power creep. But let's be very clear. The power creep is a new thing. Magic had a dose of power change, I would say, over time. But power creep wasn't really a big ongoing thing. Like, it wasn't massive and insane. The last few years, they've just, like, it's rocket fueled now. It's insane. It's insane. Like, if you go back 5 years ago, the power creep wasn't nearly as crazy. It was like, okay, they're making new stuff, but it's not unbalanced nonsense. Around Throne of Eldraine is when they really started to pull the lever to move that power creep up. And then from that point onwards, it's just gotten more and more accelerated. What up, James? So that's just the way things have gone. That's just the way things have gone with Magic, right? Like, the power creep, it's not going to stop because they're totally focused on Commander and they don't care what happens to other formats. Like, you've got Aaron Forsyth literally tweeting out, hey, the modern Horizon set has a bunch of cards aimed at Modern. What? You're here defending the Nadu situation, you fucking clown? Are you kidding me? This is a situation where the whole of Modern Horizon should be about Modern. That's what it should be about. You know, when you make a set for a format, it should be about that format. You don't make Commander products and go, actually, a bunch of these cards are for Standard, do you? So go fuck yourself with your bullshit, right? Why are you guys acting like this? Why are you acting like this? Oh, I don't know. Or how about the people who are like, you know, guys, it took a lot of bravery for them to admit what they did wrong, and they shouldn't be ridiculed or made fun of for it. Are you fucking kidding me? The modern expert at Wizards of the Coast made a Nadu that he didn't understand, and it was for Commander, and he's like, I didn't know, we didn't test it at all, and I didn't know that it was going to affect Modern. And we're supposed to go, well, since you admitted it, I guess we shouldn't criticize you. Fuck you, moron. We're lucky to even have them telling us. What? What? Like, if I punch your mother in the fucking gut and take a dump in her mouth, is it okay because I told you? Oh, well, you know, it took a lot of bravery to admit that he took a dump in my mother's mouth, so I probably shouldn't hold it against him. Like, bro, I don't know how much fucking Vaseline your mother fucking ate to make you as fucking dumb as you are. But for real, what an idiotic thing to say. It's so stupid. It took a lot of bravery to admit that they didn't test the cards and know nothing about it. Yeah, that is a bravely stupid thing to say. You shouldn't judge them for it. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? What are you talking about? Hey, it took a lot of bravery to admit that they don't wash their hands after going to the bathroom and making my sandwiches. So we shouldn't judge them for that. We should just eat the fucking fecal matter, right? Stupid. That's right, splitting more like Nadu, more like nah, dude. 100%. Habanero, that's when they announced Fire Design was Throne of Eldraine. So you're echoing what I said, man. What up, Thompson? How am I doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing good, buddy. Are you paying attention to me right now, or are you on some dating apps and later on? Well, who cares? You'll say the stream was good later. So go ahead. Go ahead. Cinco Phallus says, wow, your name just sounds like 5 dicks, bro. Ned says, too many people are far too forgiving of Wizards garbage. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it's a classic excuse. It was hard for them to come out and say that. Don't be so harsh. I am literally just saying, fix your shit. Like, I'm not attacking the person. I didn't go, in the video, I didn't go, this guy is a fucking moron and blah. Did I? No. I just kept reiterating that he was the modern expert, and he didn't even know. What an admission to make. And people are, very few, but people are getting upset and just going, I couldn't watch this video because it was rude. Fuck you, what they did to us is rude. Robbing us of our money, inflating the fucking prices, and designing garbage is fucking rude. Going, we didn't have time to test the stuff, so fuck you, here you go. We're just gonna ruin your experience. And also, this set costs a ton of money. Also, it's the modern set, and it has a bunch of commander decks to go with it. Why? Because Rosewater will say, it's your guys' fault. You won't pay enough for a modern deck. Fuck you, mouthpiece. Rosewater seemed like he used to be for the players, and now he's just, I'll say whatever it takes to justify what Wizards is doing and gaslight you into thinking that you're the problem. It's fucking horse shit. Exactly, Millmaster. Exactly. They're literally confirming that they don't test what they're doing, and they have to hire a bunch of randos who aren't going to care. If you have an internal team that's dedicated to making sure your product is solid versus 8 random hobos you wrangled up going, I'll give you an O. Henry bar and half a jug of whiskey, right? Right? Like, these fuckers don't care. They just want to get their whiskey so they can go and jerk off in the alley. And we got to fucking deal with the aftermath. Hack, yeah, bro. I love Bloomburrow. I love it. It's great. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it on multiple levels. Multiple levels. Habanero, it's hilarious that they named their new design philosophy Fire, because it literally set the game on fire. It's silly. It's silly. Juglum, the guy who's their modern expert at Wizards isn't getting a 7-digit salary. I'd be shocked if they even got a 6-digit salary. Are you kidding me? Wizards of the Coast is paying somebody $30,000 a year to work for them in elevated positions so that they can be like, it's the prestige of working for us that's the real value. You know? Zircon Super Chat says, is that a Grand Archive Jug Hunt in slot 1? Let's go. Number 2. It is. Hold on. Let me put you up on the board. Keen eye. You got a keen eye. Hold on. I'll switch it up here. I'll switch it up. Didn't they have the same problem with Oko? Yeah, they did. They were just like, we didn't think people would do what they did with it. Really? What? What? Jess, you got me in surround sound? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, Master, it's your fault. You won't pay it for Modern only set, so we have to fill Commander cards. Meanwhile, the stuff they make for Commander breaks Modern. It's like, what are you doing? We didn't even know that would happen. How did you not know? Because it didn't test. Because it didn't test. All right, here we go. Oh, so close, buddy. So close. We got Bloomburrow. I've almost opened all the Bloomburrow, which means it's going to be time to start sorting out the actual set soon. I'm looking forward to that. Sandwich, it's your birthday? Happy birthday. Happy birthday, you ugly, dumb bastard. Happy birthday, you fucking chongus sucker. Bro, you suck a lot of dicks and you don't even do it well. Happy birthday, idiot. Enjoy your free birthday insult, you fucking clown. You dick sandwich. You're a dick sandwich with very little meat in it. Yes, that's right. That's what I'm saying. You got a tiny little dong. All bread and a sad little piece of bologna. Chicken Rosewater. Man, does nobody know what Rosewater's fucking job is? Why would you think Rosewater signs the fucking checks? That doesn't even make any sense, dude. It doesn't even make any sense. Everybody, Rosewater, it's like Rosewater is a glorified cheerleader at this point. He has no fucking influence over the company. He doesn't get to make decisions on anything, bro. What up, Spurl? Everybody's getting free fucking insults tonight because there's no insults on the wheel. On the wheel. All right, what do we got? We got, Final Fantasy fucking Blitzball. There you go. Don't think I have this for the art card, so that's good. Let's just grab that out and double check because I might be wrong. Oh, hold on. Is the camera focused for this as well? Oh, surprisingly it is. What's going on? Did they update this to finally... No? Okay, hold on. Let's make sure that it doesn't defocus, unfocus. Okay. Checking the art cards. Seeing what I got cards. Okay, don't have this one. Excellent. Excellent. Okie dokie, we got a foil junk blade bruiser. We got a forest that I already have. Helga Skittish Seer. I don't think I've got her for the set yet. Pretty sure I don't. But I gotta double check. Sweet! Don't have it. Do not have it. James, how big is my P.O. box? Size, in this case, actually is irrelevant. I have a tiny little post office box that can only hold something the size of a normal letter. But that doesn't matter. How it works is, anything bigger, they just keep in the back and they put a little card in the box. So you can send any sized package that you want. He thinks I'm walking. It's like, you just hit your walking goal. So yeah, you can send any size package, bro, to my P.O. box. It's great. It's great in that regard. There are no limitations. Well, I'm sure maybe if you tried to send like something the size of an elephant that was too big for the building, maybe. But, you know, normal size packages. Normal size packages, no problem, buddy. Hey, Brent, Rosewater would be getting underpaid. Well, you know what, man? Like... It's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag. Like, I feel like he gaslights us on Wizard's behalf, but I don't know if he's just brainwashed himself. I think he does like interacting with the fans. All right, so we got Helga. She is now part of the collection. That's dope. Another mythic. Yo, James, it's all good. That's how you find out, bro. Asking questions is a simple way to learn. So, for the uncommons, we got Dewdrop Cure, Star Seer Mentor, I was going to say Starseed, Wix Patrol, more like Dick's Patrol, am I right? Brambleguard Captain, and then the Cabins. Oh, it's the Happy Little Frog. Yeah, I love that one. All right. All right. So yeah, ask questions is how you learn, bro. You missed, Zircon. No jugs, but a good pack of Bloomburrow. So well done. And whoop, you're on the board now. So yeah, I can't believe people are like, you shouldn't be rude, but fuck that. I'm going to judge them. I'm going to judge them on what they're saying. If they're saying they're doing a poor job, they admitted they did a bad job. Yeah, that's why I'm saying this. No, but like the fact that they admitted it means you shouldn't be upset. You're a fucking goon. That's stupid. Sorry I burnt your house down. Oh, it doesn't matter because you admitted it. No, it matters. My home's gone. You know, like, it's stupid. It's stupid. Fisher, you got your teat results back. What? Like a witch's teat? Are you some kind of warlock? Mailmaster, you say bring back scorn and ridicule. It hasn't gone anywhere. There's so much criticism and ridicule on the internet in the first place. And like, for people who want to decry it and go, we shouldn't do it, pick subjects where it actually matters and you're right, where people are going way over the top on things that don't matter. But when you're choosing to talk about a fucking card game and the flaws with it, and they admit, oh yeah, we didn't test it. I didn't even really understand what the text box was. This set was meant for modern, and we were making cards aimed at Commander. Why? 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 You know, I mean, we know why. We know why. Because Commander's got to be smeared into everything. But it causes genuine fucking damage, right? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It drives me crazy, honestly. It drives me crazy. Somebody left this big old comment about how all you do is talk negatively about Magic and your thumbnails are weird and you have a crazy parasocial relationship with Magic and I need you to make a 1-hour video about all the things you love about Magic. It was just this big, long thing. And then somebody else called that guy a moron and that guy deleted his comment. It was just gone. It was just gone. And it's like, what happened to your big paragraph telling me what I have to do? Where'd it go? So somebody called you an idiot, and he's like, I'm deleting this. I'm out of here. I don't like being criticized. And it's just like, I mean, you look silly with what you're saying to me, bro. You have a strange parasocial relationship with Magic the Gathering. Okay. Sure, buddy. Sure. I'm criticizing a company that's doing a worse and worse job of a product that I enjoy. And that's weird. Is it? You have to make this. No, I don't. I clearly don't. You know, I'll make positive videos when I fucking feel like it. When shit feels positive. Why are you making a negative video about a negative situation? Oh, geez, I wonder why. I wonder why. We all have to deal with the diminishment of the game that we enjoy. And you should just be like, good job that you mentioned it. Good job that you mentioned it. That's all you got to do. You don't got to fix it. Like the thing is, if these admissions were like, oh, things are actually going to change. They're not. I'm going to keep this in mind in the future, and I'm going to remind other people too. Oh, yeah, you're the same company that had like somebody internally going, we got to deal with grief, and they went, nah, we're not doing it because we want to sell it. So, at the end of the day, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Break stop. Why am I so negative, especially towards Dan? Dan is a shit format. It's a shit format, and the only person I've ever met in person who plays it was the most insufferable dickbag who thought he was amazing because he played Dan. Like, he was such a fucking clown. It was so ridiculous watching him pull it out like, I'm about to show you something amazing, right? It's like if somebody said they were going to show you something amazing and then they pulled out a dick that was half an inch and they had glued 2 googly eyes on it. And they're like, behold, the life-changing thing I've shown you. And it's like, no, man. I made fun of that guy for a fucking full hour after that. I had Carly and Wayne laughing their asses off. The guy was such a fucking plug. I play the Dan format. Oh, listen, dickhead. I've been playing for 30 years. I know what Dan is, and it's not a cool card. And the fact that they made a format around it is stupid. And the fact that you think that, well, check it out. There's this, like, the magical hack, mind hack card that changes the land type. And that means your Dan-Dan's destroyed. So he goes to do the maneuver. I'll magical hack your Dan-Dan. And so my buddy just picks the Dan-Dan up and puts it in the graveyard because we've been playing forever. And we know what happens if you change the land home on a land home style creature. You change Dan-Dan to needing a mountain in play instead of an island, and it dies. And the guy was so ready to explain condescendingly to Wayne how the interaction worked, but he couldn't. And you could see like he felt like he was denied something. And it's like, this is pathetic. Dan-Dan is shit, bro. We play the cube, which is 1,000,000 times better, and you just have this shitbag. It's all 4/1s with a whole bunch of fiddly counterspells and bullshit interaction that sucks. Not the fun kind of interaction, the worst kind of fiddly, dumb nonsense. And he thinks he's fucking elite for playing it. And it's like, bro, it's pathetic that you think this is amazing. For real. Like, you thought that you were gonna, I'm this towering intellect who pay, and like, I'm a magic hipster. And it's like, you're a fucking clownish loser, and this is pathetic. He was so full of himself. Like, so full of himself. And it's like, bro, you're talking to people who've been playing the game longer than you. Actually, I shouldn't say, he wasn't talking to me that way. If he had been that condescending to me, I would have told him in no uncertain terms to go and fuck himself. I'd be like, bro, you are a fucking loser, just so you know. And the way you're acting is pathetic. Is this how you teach it to everybody? Do you have anything going on in your life at all? This is how you act towards people. This guy invented fucking double strike. He invented double strike. And you think he doesn't understand how changing a land type works? Like, he just, ugh. Hated it, man. I hated it. So dumb. So dumb. Zircon, the owner of your LGS, loves Dan-Dan. Well, people can fucking play Dan-Dan if it makes them happy. Everybody likes different things. The guy was so insufferable over a format that to me is trash. I have no interest in playing Dan-Dan. I think it's fucking lame. I think it's a very lame duck format, and it does not interest me. It's like, we could be playing Cube right now. No, I want to do this. And it's like, all right. It's like, hey, let's go play baseball. No, I want to take a stick and jam it in my ass and go, and it's like, we're going to go play baseball, bro. All right? Okay, have fun sticking yourself in the butt. Cool. Do it up, buddy. Play butt as much as you want. Butt for the fun of it. Spurl, I don't currently have a big green tower deck except on Arena. On Arena, I do. That's exactly right, Brent. Enjoying Dan-Dan's fine. Being a condescending dickhead about it is not. 100%. 100%. Blue, Dan-Dan is a format where you build like a big stack and it's just like you've got like a dozen Dan-Dans in it and then like memory lapses and boomerangs and fucking cards that change land types and stuff. It's all just about trying to get Dan-Dans to stick on the board. And the way he explained it to my friend was, you only have 5 life. And it's just like, okay, because you could get hit by 5 Dan-Dans because they do 4 damage each. Well, thank you for explaining to me that 5 times 4 is 20. Like, that's the level. You see, these are islands. And islands tap for blue mana. And see, Dan-Dan has blue mana symbols. So you cast Dan-Dans with your islands. It was like one step from that. One step from that. It was just awful. Just awful. Who knows? Maybe I'd have a slightly less negative view of the format if I hadn't seen it first in person through that guy. But I had already heard of it, and all I thought was, holy shit, I gotta dig out my Chronicles Dan-Dans and sell those things off to whatever fucking fools want them now. That's what I did. I found 6 fucking Chronicles Dan-Dans and buy listed them. I'm like, they're $10 each now? Man, people are fucking stupid. Awesome. Let's get rid of this shit. You know, like, that's all Dan-Dan was for me. Was a, sweet, I'm going to get a little bit of money out of this. Because, yeah, It's so lame, man. It's so lame. But ultimately, it was mostly just the dude and his attitude. And Wayne's such a nice guy. Wayne is such a nice guy. He won't say anything. He'll be polite and chill through it, even if somebody's being insufferable. But I would have like literally just thrown the cards down and be like, nah, bro. I'm sure Dan's a fine format, but I can't stand you. I literally can't fucking stand you, bro. Just go. Get away from my table. You know? Like, that's what I would have done if I was him. I'd be like, I don't have to put up with this shit. I don't. I do not. So yeah. I had only heard of Dan and have only seen it once in the wild, piloted by a knob. And that led to me singing a song about him. Like, I just don't know how you can be so full of yourself just over playing a stupid, shitty Magic format. Like, I'm about to introduce you to Dan. You should introduce yourself to a jug of bleach, bro. You know? Oh, man. What a universe. What a universe. I mean, on the positive side, Magic the Gathering has survived so long that it's lasted way longer than anybody I know who's playing it thought it would stick around for. So there is that. People say that too. Hey, you shouldn't criticize Magic because it's good that it's still here. Well, I'm going to. As long as they keep making it, I'm going to criticize all the things that I don't fucking like, because that's how it works. I'm not just going to be like, it doesn't matter what they do or how bad it gets, just keep doing it. Keep doing it. I don't care if she cheats on me and cuts me in my sleep, as long as she doesn't leave. Have some fucking self-respect. Aim higher for yourself in life than just basic existence level shit, right? Shelly, you liked my Dale Earnhardt joke the other day? It was funny as fuck. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Yeah, there's too many douchebag idiots out there. And I feel like maybe the Magic player base is getting fucking dumber too, or just has lower standards or something. I guess that makes sense. If the game is getting worse and people rotate out of the game, then the ones who are coming in are willing to accept this and all that nonsense. Fisher, yep, Dan's worth a couple bucks now, so unload him. Unload him. Who cares? Get rid of him. What do you want to keep it for? It's garbage. Dan's always been garbage. I got a special format made around one trash card. Okay. All right. Thompson says, I'll do a drop. Ha! Hell yeah, buddy. Oh, I finished my Cleopatra deck almost. Ha! What's with the ha? Ha! 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 All right, Thompson. Thanks for the super chat. It's time to Plinko your dinko, buddy. So you got to choose a number between 1 and 8 for something great. What's it gonna be? You got to tell me. Bryce, dumber, yes, and lower standards. You know, to be real, on one level, I'm jealous of him. I'm jealous of them. They're if you can just be happy with fucking garbage, then you're not gonna, you don't feel like anything's wrong. You're just having a good time. Cool. Good for you. In some ways, I wish I was you. I wish I was a fucking dullard who had no standards. All right, let's go. Oh, Bloomburrow. Let's go, Bloomburrow. Bloom bulge. I got a bulge for the Bloomburrow. Shelly says, if you like Dan, you're going to love the Shelkin Brownie format. You got to be super hipsterish and condescending about it, right? Chess, you are correct. Each Each different LGS has its own vibe, right? So you got to find out if that's the right place for you. Clicking around to the wrong things. Fisher, why are you even wasting time? Lord of Atlantis is better for 2 blue. Listen, genius. Let me fucking explain something to you that you might not have figured out. Every other fucking blue creature that costs 2 is better than Dan Fisher. Every single one. So, like, picking an actual good card and going, Lord of Atlantis, like, why are you even fucking saying that? That's like saying a ham sandwich is better than getting slapped in the face. Yeah, good job stating the... Oh, wait a minute. You had a stroke. Never mind. Now I know why you're saying that shit. Because your brain don't work. Fucking Lord of Atlantis is better. Of course it is. Of course it is. You know what else, buddy? $20 is better than $2. You're killing me. You're fucking killing me with your nonsense. Foil Bellowing Crya. We got a Swamp. We got a Valley Rot Collar. I think I got that one. Oh, Valley Squirrel. He's a squirrel. Not a rock collar, rat collar. I was about to say rat, but he's a squirrel. He's a squirrel. Yeah, I already got him. I already got him for the set. Oh, the green shell. I don't think we have the green shell. For that reaction is exactly why I said it. You try to trigger me, you fucking clown. All right. Do we have the fecund green shell? I don't think we do. I love this guy. Yeah! Sweet. Sweet. Another card for the set. Officially sleeved and added into the stack. Nicely done, Thompson. Nicely done, buddy. And then the uncommons are Lilypad Village, Hivespine Wolverine, Reptilian Recruiter, and the commons. I love how excited he looks about the pie. Bump, 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 bump. That's pretty cool artwork too for Dire Sight. Wah, wah, wah. Just, nope, I didn't watch that one. What I did watch last night was The Man Who Knew Too Little, which is an old Bill Murray movie I've never seen in my life. And it's enjoyable. It was genuinely enjoyable. It has like an actual story that makes sense. All the stuff they want to do, they make sure to set it up in a way where you're like, okay, all right. It's not a bunch of glaring nonsense errors where you just go, okay, all right then. I agree, Jess. Bill Murray is the man. He's the reason I chose to check that movie out, because I like Bill Murray. And I was just like, how have I never heard of this movie? And after watching it, I'm like, wow, I'm really surprised I didn't know about this movie. It's genuinely entertaining. Like, I will admit that at the beginning of the movie, I thought it might suck. Like, it starts off kind of weak as they set up the premise. And you're like, I don't know. Like, when Bill Murray was interacting with his brother and stuff at the beginning, I was like, I said to Carly, I'm like, I don't know about this movie. We'll see what happens when they actually get to the real premise of it. And once they got into it, the movie picked up exponentially. I was like, this is great. This is genuinely enjoyable. Sean, you're back for enlightenment. I don't provide enlightenment. I provide disgruntlement and complaints and insults. So fuck you. Luke, yeah, the Russian doll dancing. There was that part of the movie you had to, I forgave the movie for not making sense. And I'm like, so let me get this fucking straight. I just want to make sure that I understand this. You have a situation where you have a whole bunch of world leaders together. And you have these special Russian dancer entertainers who are impressive, who have come out to be a part of this, right? And it's like, okay, so these people would have been specially brought in and vetted ahead of time. And then Bill Murray just gets added into their ranks, does he? And when they're all waiting for him to come out and he doesn't do the routine properly, whatever, nobody points it out or has a problem with it, and they all just roll with it. All of the dancers would know each other. So, fuck you, movie. Like, I thought that at that moment. I was like, oh, fuck off. But the movie had been very entertaining overall and had very few aspects like that. And I'm not a ridiculous human. Well, I am ridiculous. But I'm not ridiculous in the way where I'm just like, that ruins the movie for me. But it did diminish the film a bit. Where I went, sorry, no. No. And it's like, they put a lot of effort into it, even from the intro, when they were making the Russian doll explosive. And they dropped the tiny little Russian doll on the news clipping, letting you know what it's going to be for. And I'm like, that's a pretty good setup. But the Russian dancing thing is like, all of the other dancers would know he's not him. And they'd be like, where's the other dancer? By the way, where is that other dancer? Where's the guy he took the place of? And how did he end up in the key role, right? Anybody want to explain that? You can't. And the movie couldn't. So there was that little bit when it first happened where I went, bullshit. But then I just went, that's fine. You've done a good enough job of entertaining me. I will give you a pass on this and continue to be entertained. So that part was annoying. Jess says, think about how many hours have been wasted trying to enjoy a movie, but you can't because you're too smart. You're absolutely right. You are 100% right. I am losing out on entertainment because I am too smart and I'm an overthinker, and it frustrates me. When I was in high school, I actually actively felt angry about that kind of shit. I was like, it's not fucking fair that dumb people can be happier than me. Why is intelligence a fucking burden? You know what I mean? Like, I felt resentful of it. Pyre, they tortured me. Oh, I hope they made it fun. A lot of the lines that Bill Murray gave as the actual, like, hitman or whatever were great. The ending was dumb. Let's be very, very clear. The very, very ending where those two guys came up and were like, we want to bring you into our group. And it's like, are you guys also agent level or whatever? You want to bring him in? We've been watching you and you seem amazing. And it's like, have you really been watching though? Especially since he stopped? Like, I can accept everything for what happened in the one night kind of thing, but afterwards, and then he's like, now act like cats that don't like each other and crawl around. Why would they do that? Name your demands. I want palaces for me and her. What? And I just went, maybe they didn't write this part of the movie and they just let him say whatever, because it was stupid, honestly. But at that point, I had been thoroughly entertained by the film and it was done. So I was like, okay, whatever. Like, whatever. When he's reading in the newspaper, hey, this guy they're talking about is something, huh? You didn't know it was you or whatever? Is that what you're trying to pretend here now? Like, you still haven't realized, like, you kept the money. You kept the money and you're at a resort. Why do you think you ended up with a fucking, like 750,000 British dollars, pounds, whatever, bro? Like, how do you reconcile that? Yeah, Sean, exactly. The man who knew too little. That's what I'm talking about. Juglum, you didn't like that the bad guys won for Empire Strikes Back? There's nothing wrong with bad guys winning, ultimately. It gives you some variety. Always having the good guys win gets boring. Always having a happy ending gets boring. I was so used to North American, the good guy always wins, happy ending, happily ever after, that when I saw Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, it blew my fucking mind. It blew my mind. When the master gets poisoned and the chick races off to get an antidote, and you're just like, oh yeah, this is pretty epic. She's going to get back with the antidote and save him. And then she gets back too late and he dies. And you're like, wait, what? You can do that? You're allowed to do that in a movie? You can just, but he's the hero. And he just fucking died. What? And then she fucking leaps off a bridge. She jumps off a bridge because of like the grief over it. And it's like, What? What? I was blown the fuck away. Genuinely. The ending of that movie floored me. I was like, what? It's awesome. Squirrel Groundhog Day is a fun one. It's a fun movie. 100%. I like time loop reiteration style movies where you get to see an individual go through the same set of circumstances and the way that they interact different times. Like, what was it, Edge of Tomorrow or whatever, where Tom Cruise has to keep going back through the same kind of cycle. That one was funky too. Millmaster with the Clerks quote, "That's what life is, a series of down endings." Ever seen What About Bob? No, I haven't. I haven't seen that one yet. Jess, I don't even know what Brain Dead 13 is. Obviously, I mean, I know it's a game. I know it's a game because you said play it, but I've never heard of it. But yeah, Groundhog's Day loops are awesome. Is What About Bob good? Is that a good one? Yeah, I remember Caddyshack. Bill Murray's great. He's great. I've never seen a movie with Bill Murray in it where I didn't like him. I was never like, I don't like him. Until you just said that, I didn't even know there was a manga that Edge of Tomorrow was based on. I have read no mangas, really, ever. Have I seen Scrooged? Yeah, a bunch of times. I always remember how he was trying to have them staple antlers onto the mice. Richard Dreyfuss. I haven't seen him in a movie in forever. Thompson, Life Aquatic was good. Is that about Jacques Cousteau? Jacques Cousteau? Oh, oh, magnifique. Pamplemousse de fenêtre, s'il vous plaît. Stripes? Have I seen Stripes? Man, that's funny. I'm gonna write some of this stuff down, actually. I'm gonna write down some of these movies. It's comedy satire. All right. Fisher, yeah, Kingpin is a fun movie, and you're right, The Big Lebowski is better. The Big Lebowski is awesome. Awesome. Thompson, you met Jacques Cousteau's son? Oh, did you meet him under the sea? Do Little Mermaid. Juglin, what's Run Lola Run? I noticed in The Man Who Knew Too Little, they had an agent named Venkman. Jess, did I see and like the Zombieland movies? I liked the first one, but the second one wasn't nearly as good. The second one is infinitely forgettable, but the first one was really solid. Really solid. New Beetlejuice movie's out soon. Oh, it's gonna be awful. It's gonna be awful. Why would you even think about seeing that movie, you know? What up, Ape? How you doing? A kind of time skip movie. It's French with subtitles, but it's pretty good. Alright, I'll bear that in mind. I gotta be in the right mood for subtitled movies. You know what I mean? I'm totally cool with subtitles, but sometimes I got no interest in them. I'm like, I don't want to watch something subtitled where I gotta read all the dialogue exchange, you know? When I watch anime, I watch it pretty much always with subtitles because the voice acting is so much better in the original language because they take it more seriously. And you get like North American voice acting done over it, and a lot of the time it's garbage. Spurl, what about Joker? Joker was okay. It was a movie that I watched once and never need to watch again. It didn't blow my socks off. I was just kind of like, all right, you know? Millmaster, Lathe of Heaven. I think we talked about that before, didn't we? Fisher, you're getting Men in Black comic books? I didn't even know they had comic books. I loved the first Men in Black movie. I saw that in the theater, and the combination of Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith worked so well. I really liked Tommy Lee Jones as an actor. I really enjoyed him in The Fugitive. I saw that in the theater. I remember really liking The Fugitive. It was a good movie. I don't think Carly's seen it, so at some point I'm going to watch it with her. Jess, you hate how much you miss the movie. Oh, you mean like when you have to stare at the bottom of the screen at the text, you feel like you're not taking in the whole thing? I feel you. I feel you, buddy. I find that, like, when we watch a movie, if it's got parts that aren't in English and we have subtitles on so that we can see those parts, I still find myself reading the English subtitles for the English speaking parts. And I'm just like, I'm staring at the bottom of the screen now looking at these words. Like, I want to take in the whole thing. I want to see all the little details. Luke, I have seen Legend like a million years ago. Like a million years ago. Fisher, Men in Black has magic, ghosts, and aliens for the comics? Huh. Spurl, you don't understand why magic never made an anime? Well, after Wizards of the Coast bungled the first D&D movie so terribly, they were basically like, it was like, no, we're not making anything out of your properties because you guys suck. And no. And that's why before we got another D&D movie, before we got a magic movie, we got a battleship movie. Hasbro trusted a movie made on You Sunk My Battleship more than they did Giant Worlds from Magic or D&D, right? Zircon, somehow you don't pick up on nuanced emotion from the voice acting when reading subs. Fair enough. I do. You can feel the emotion in the actors, and I like it better that way. I find that dubs are almost always worse. I think that's just a comic book, isn't it? There's a comic book like Destroy All Humans, but there's not an anime. There's no anime about magic. What up, Neuro? How you doing, buddy? See, I've been on a movie kick for a while now. Quite enjoying it. Haven't been watching nearly as many shows. Have watched no anime. I heard that, like, they just shut down a ton of the, like, bootleg anime sites. Like, a ton of them got taken down, I think, today. Not that that's going to stop anything. You know? Because that'll just spring up on another website. And I think that will always be a problem until they sort out the whole, like, oh, hey, we want you to buy this movie. Okay, like, buy it, and then you'll have it forever until we either just shut down our servers or go, oh, we're not carrying that anymore, so we just deleted what you own. And it's just like, no. No, that's okay. Not interested. You know? Like, a lot of people say that. They're just like, no. Like, your idea of owning it is paying 5 times as much to rent it because I don't have this forever, right? It's not like buying the DVD and you own it forever. You buy a movie from a company and they can take it away from you. Or they can just edit it and go, okay, I know you bought that movie, but there's people on Twitter now who get upset about something that happened 30 years ago, so we've removed it from your movie. And it's like, what? Yeah, we've removed parts of your movie. Fuck you. I paid for that movie. What is it? Yeah, but no, some stupid little 17-year-old got upset about it, so we're taking it out of the movie now. Because this movie that was made 30 years ago doesn't match up perfectly with the political views of the current era. No, fuck you. You know, like... I think there might be an English adaptation of Destroy All Humans being made. I think that might be going on. A-Team? I never saw the A-Team, man. I never saw that. If it ain't the original with I Pity the Fool Mr. T, don't care. Jess, that sounds awful. Story about magic players, a murder mystery. Someone kills a player with the best cards and steals them. That sounds lame. That sounds like the worst, like, murder for wealth movie ever. Ever. Oh, I'm going to say something that's going to sound like sacrilege to a bunch of people. I don't give a fuck about Blazing Saddles. I watched it and went, okay, I've seen it. And that's it. There's a lot of people like, that movie's amazing and genius and hilarious and whatever else. And I'm just like, everyone has different tastes. That movie left no impression on me other than indifference. Really. I was just like, I am wholly indifferent to this movie. But that's the way with a lot of things, right? Everyone's got their own particular tastes. And some things just don't land. And you just go, whatever. And then some people say, I can't believe it. I loved that. It's like, cool, man. Enjoy it. Whatever. I'll never watch it again because I just don't care. It left nothing behind. The movie left nothing in my brain afterwards. Where I was like, I remember this. And just kind of like, meh. A lot of movies do that, where it's just like, meh. It didn't leave an impression like, that was terrible. And it didn't leave, I've got these great memories from it. I'm just like, yeah, I've seen it. It would be weird if everyone had the exact same tastes. I guess that would make it easy to keep making things that people liked, right? But Fisher, the English version of Destroy All Humans is supposed to come out later this year. All right. So yeah, you just end up with like a lot of the new movies they make being completely boring because they have all these different things that they need to put into it or whatever, and it just makes it into nothing, right? Mailmaster, you watched Men in Tights the other night. I remember enjoying that film, but I tried to show it to Carly, and she was just like, I don't like this. I don't want to watch it. And I wasn't too fucking keen on going, oh, no, we need... If one of us wants to bail on a movie, then we just tend to bail on it, because whatever. If I want to watch something, I can always watch it on my own. She doesn't have to watch it with me. And sometimes going back, you find out the movie just isn't doing anything for you. Like Encino Man, like I was saying yesterday. Encino Man, it was just like, okay, this movie exists. Sometimes I don't want to go back to the things that I liked, because then I'll find out, why did I like this? What the hell made me like this originally? I saw Encino Man in the theater. Justin. I'm the Weezer or whatever. Oh, Pauly Shore. You know what? You know a Pauly Shore movie I do like is Biodome. It's a dumb movie, but I liked it. Millmaster, you find people either love or hate Mel Brooks stuff? Like, I don't have a blanket opinion on Mel Brooks stuff, honestly. But I did feel complete indifference to Blazing Saddles. People had really hyped it up to me. And then I watched it and just kind of went, shrug. All right. You know? That's it. I didn't react strongly one way or the other. I'm not like, it was awful. It was just like, okay, that was a movie. The Weasel. Pierce, you saw it in the theater not far from Encino. You're almost Encino, man. Can still watch Son-in-Law. Me and Carly watch Son-in-Law. It's okay. It's passable, you know? Spurl, I have not seen the new Deadpool and Wolverine movie yet. I will. I will definitely see that movie. There's no question about it. There was no question that I'm going to see that film. It's like, it is a must-see film, right? I've heard nothing but good things about it. Like, nobody is bad-mouthing that movie. Well, I'm sure people are somewhere, because some people are hipsters who are too good for it and all this other shit, but... Oh, this is an email telling me that my package showed up. Yes, I got it. That's correct. Sponsorship stuff came in today, but it's a sponsorship that happens in November. It's a November sponsorship. I've rarely had sponsorships that far out. The longest I've had between when I got something and the actual video went out was like 7 months. That was an outlier, and now this one is like, it's cool. It gives me months to work on it, which is great. It gives me time to actually experience the product for a while and then make my fucking ad spot for it like way in advance, which I like, you know? Sometimes I'm dealing with tight ass deadlines where it's like, all right, we're going to get the stuff out to you and we're hoping to have everything wrapped up in like 2 weeks. And I'm like, and then the product takes like 10 days to get to me. And I'm like, fuck me. Okay, what the hell? John, did I ever see Airheads? Is that the one with Steve Buscemi and they take over a radio station? I feel like I saw that in the theater, actually. Are they out in the parking lot putting on some kind of performance at the end or something? Zircon, you like Spaceballs as your favorite Mel Brooks movie? Well, there's proof that I don't hate Mel Brooks stuff. Because I liked Spaceballs. I genuinely found Spaceballs to be enjoyable. Dumb jokes like we're combing the desert and they had a giant comb in the desert. That got me. The visual of it, I was like, that's pretty fucking funny. The little alien that bursts out of Buddy's chest and then fucking dances through the through the diner. The fact that they use a giant vacuum cleaner to suck all the oxygen out of the atmosphere. I wonder if Carly's seen Spaceballs. I don't think that's on our master movie list yet, but... Adam Sandler and Frasier. Jess, all those, they were all in Airheads? That's that movie, yeah. Fisher, high anxiety. What's that? What's that? I mean, I presume a movie because we're talking about movies. I can see on any given stream, I can click over to the dashboard, take a look, and watch my subscriber count drop in real time. I lose subscribers pretty much every time I do a live stream. They're like, this, I don't like this. No, I'm out of here. It's like, cool. Fair enough, man. It's different. It's like, I just want to watch videos talking about magic. And now he's yelling about dick and balls in movies and telling people their names sound like 5 dicks and stuff like that. I don't like it. I don't like it. Fisher, it's one of the earliest Mel Brooks movies. All right. All right. Yamagaro, your favorite Mel Brooks movie is Young Frankenstein. Carly really wants to watch that one. She said that we should watch it around Halloween. So that's going to be something we do end up checking out. Man, I love good stories. I love good stories. They're so satisfying. One of the reasons I like having new experiences is it makes it easier to feel other stories. You know what I mean? When they talk about running until your throat is raw and you know the difference between that and your throat hurting from being sick or something else, right? Like all these kinds of things. Knowing what extreme heat and cold feel like. All these different experiences that add to it, like when you're watching a movie or whatever, and it's like, yo, I know exactly how this situation would feel because I have an experience that I can call on. You know, if you're like a little fucking pod baby who never goes out and experiences the world, it's going to diminish your ability to appreciate stories fully. I was thinking about that earlier today, actually. I was like, man, it's hot out. This fucking sucks. And it's like, yep, but these experiences inform your perception of the world, right? They give you a greater understanding. If you spend your life entirely in comfort, then how can you really appreciate anybody's discomfort, right? I mean, you can intellectually to a degree, but you can't viscerally. You know what I mean? But I also am a massive overthinker, so who knows? Who knows? Maybe I'm just being fucking pretentious. Maybe I'm being a Dan man. Yeah, I like good, coherent stories. Blast from the Past? That's a Brandon Fraser movie? I don't know. I've never seen that one. Spurl, I was talking about that with someone today. We were complaining about the heat, and I'm like, give it a few months, and it'll be so cold that we're like, can we have the heat back, please? Can we have some of that heat back? It's freezing. Although it's easier for me to sleep when it's cold as opposed to like too hot. When it's too hot, it's difficult to sleep, man. Shelley, I never saw The Whale. That movie seemed like it would just be depressing, and I haven't wanted to watch a depressing movie in a long time. He definitely does a good job of seeming like a sad, fat loser. Jess, I'm too fickle when I'm sleeping, buddy. And it's like, I gotta get my feet outside the blanket to cool down. Oh, no, my feet are slightly too cool back under the blanket. Bryce, I've never seen The Toxic Avenger. Saying that it's designed to be bad doesn't make me want to watch something. We made this bad intentionally. Hey, I made this steak bad intentionally. Do you want to eat it? No, actually I don't. But listen. You know it's bad because I'm telling you. Yeah, I'll just avoid it. No, but look, I made it bad on purpose. Okay. Leave me out of this. You know, like that's what my gut reaction is to that stuff. I just go, eh. If something's made to be terrible, I'm willing to take that person's fucking word for it and go, cool. I'm glad you had fun making something awful. I'll be off watching something that's good, you know? Fisher, a family in fear of nuclear fallout build a shelter and go in it for like 20 years. And then they go out to explore after a sheltered childhood. Oh, okay. They basically thought the world was over, went into like a bunker, and then it wasn't. So it's like a fish out of water style story. Yeah, who knows? That might be all right. No harm in noting it down. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if me and Carly start to do more movie reviews and stuff, or actually, I guess me and her starting to do it will probably get me more into it. Then maybe I'll explore into some of these other movies that don't instantly feel interesting to me. But at this point, there's tons of movies that I haven't seen that I could like. I don't want to waste my time on a loser. Do you know what I mean? Like, not intentionally. If it happens, it happens. But I don't want to intentionally waste my time on a movie. Like, that's a good chunk of time that could be spent watching something better or doing something else. Shally, have I seen Battle Royale? You mean like the original Japanese version? Yeah, I have. Christopher Walken is the dad. Oh, I like Christopher Walken a lot, actually. I think he is great. I think he's fantastic. Old Boy. I haven't seen Old Boy, either the Japanese or the American one. I know the American one is complete garbage, and to avoid it, I have seen very, very long review videos discussing Old Boy, and I've never watched it myself, but I know a ton about it. I don't know. I'm in no rush to watch it, to be honest. I've seen a ton of spoilers for it, and I can see why people like it, but I couldn't put my finger 100% on why I'm in no rush to watch it, but I know that just a gut feeling is maybe one day. Maybe one day, you know? Luke, Muppets Treasure Island. I don't know if I've ever seen that. I love the Muppets Christmas. It's got a lot of heart, and it's got a bunch of nostalgia value. How about There Will Be Blood? Nope. For some reason that makes me think of No Country for Old Men. But I have not seen There Will Be Blood. Is that a Clint Eastwood, like, Western? Because I don't give a fuck about Westerns. Spurl, where's my root beer? It's right here. It's right here. So yeah, Westerns never really like caught my attention. I never cared about them. Justin, Farscape. You mean the D&D thing? You talking about Dungeons and Dragons? It's not a Western? Okay. All right. Well, hold on. I'll note it down then. Western's never been my thing. That's part of the reason Thunder Junction didn't land at all for me, because I was like, I hate this aesthetic. I hate it. It's so dumb and forced, and they didn't bother to spend even 10 minutes coming up with a reason for it, you know? Farscape is a Jim Henson produced sci-fi show. Never heard of that at all. At all. Yeah, not even a slight inkling. Farscape is a sci-fi series where the characters are on a living ship. A bioship, you say? That's funky. Jess, there's going to be a Constantine too? Really? I've read every single Constantine comic book. Every single one. Constantine is a fascinating character. I didn't watch the Constantine movie because I have serious doubts that Keanu Reeves can play Constantine the way that he's meant to be, and I expect the movie probably is written in a way that wouldn't even feel like Constantine, you know? Did Farscape last for a while? Millmaster, I've heard of Play Misty for Me. I've never heard of Gran Torino. Yeah, I mean, I don't see Keanu Reeves being able to pull off Constantine. I like Keanu Reeves. I think he's a great actor, but I just feel like he doesn't have the right essence to be a Constantine. You never read the comic and you like the movie? Well, that's fine. That works, right? That works. But ultimately, Constantine is a fucked up character, bro. He's got some seriously flexible morals, and his entire existence is completely wild. So, I have a feeling that the movie doesn't do justice to the comics. Farscape had 4 seasons and a movie. Oh, that's a decent run. That's a decent run. I'll note that down for my TV show list. I haven't really been tucking into it. I checked out the 4400 that somebody mentioned, but watched it for a half an hour. It didn't really grab me that much. I was like, I liked the concept of it, but the execution didn't feel like it had much promise from the start. And then I kind of forgot about it. So I feel like the chances of going back to the 4400 are slim. I checked out, like, people make suggestions, and I'm cool with checking them out. But then some of them I check out, and I'm like, I'm really surprised that people like this, and they're suggesting it to me. Like, somebody suggested Super Crooks, and I started watching it, and I was like, this is not good. This is not a good show. It really isn't. It's... like, the concept is interesting, but the execution is just... Fisher, the only issue you had with Reeves playing Constantine is the American accent. Well, have you read the comics and you felt like he did a good job? What up, Simmons? Another vote for Farscape? Fair enough. Well, it's written down. It's written down to be transferred to my official movie and TV track and book where I write down all the stuff. And that way, when it's time to watch a movie, can just flip through all these different options and see what do we want to watch? What are we going for, you know? Some of the stuff ends up feeling like a complete waste of time and you just go, okay, that movie was whatever. I've seen it. We never need to watch it again. Ugh. In some movies, it's like, yo, I will definitely want to watch this. Sometimes you're like, this is the kind of movie I'd watch again, but I'd want to watch it 10 years from now when I've forgotten a number of the details of it so that I can, like, appreciate the roll through of it, you know? Sometimes it's like, oh, I forgot about all these moments. Mailmaster, did I ever see the banned X-File episode? I don't know. What was it about? Tim Curry was in the Muppets Treasure Island. Tim Curry's a lot of fun. He is a lot of fun as an actor. Masad, you raised your son watching Supernatural? Wasn't that show garbage? Fisher, oh, he does hose everybody over? All right. All right. There was an... Wait, there was an incest X-Files? What? 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 Joe, yeah, I've seen Clue. Clue was fun. Clue was definitely fun. I heard they aired it with a bunch of different endings in different places so that spoilers wouldn't spread the same kind of way. everybody's got different tastes, so things will land differently. I find it's easy for me to get pulled out of a movie, and I very much appreciate when that doesn't happen. When I find myself fully absorbed in a movie, I'm quite pleased. I'm like, this is great. I'm genuinely enjoying this. I don't want this to end. I'd love for this to keep going for however long they want to keep it going, you know? Jess, I haven't seen Marvel's What If, but I heard about that a while ago and then kind of forgot about it. So I think I'm going to note that down. I heard that it was pretty good. I heard that was pretty good, man. Mm. Yeah, when you've got enough of a gap between an experience, then you can enjoy the story again. The same way, well, I mean, you can enjoy it if you know it too, let's be real. But I am playing Final Fantasy VI again, and it's been so long since I played a proper, like, go through of the game that I remember certain things, but I forget other ones. So it's a whole bunch of fun, like, oh, yeah, oh, right on, you know? I've been having a great time with it. Bryce, Equilibrium, one of the better showings of martial arts with guns, the gun kata. The gun kata shit was pretentious as fuck. I really liked the concept of Equilibrium, where they essentially outlawed emotions. That is a fascinating concept. But the, like, I'm like a gun priest, like, and you move, like, the underlying idea of studying, like, okay, this is where you're most likely to be shot, and these are the ways you should move, and where you should be to have the least likelihood of being shot. That is a cool concept. But the execution of that was goofy. That was the dumbest part of the movie to me. Like, I was like, this is such an interesting premise. The whole emotional thing and the drugs that you take to suppress your own emotions and the society that's being built, that's funky. But the actual, like, gun kata stuff was goofy as fuck. Justin, Rydia is in Final Fantasy IV, not Final Fantasy VI. She's the caller from 4. Justice League Dark did Constantine perfect. Is that... Those are comics, right? I've read, like, I think I've read everything that has Constantine in it. I've read all the actual Constantine comic stuff. So maybe there's some appearances of his that I don't know about. Or I just don't recognize the name, because a lot of comic book series names blend together because they all start to feel so samey that I'd be like, have I checked this one out yet? Baron, what did I think about Sandler's early movies? Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore? Fucking really enjoyed them. Billy Madison is a lot of fun. Happy Gilmore, I fucking loved that movie. It's ridiculous. I can't believe he's going to keep playing after being hit by that car. Volkswagen! Like, it's just... I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. You eat pieces of shit for breakfast? Like... It's all in the hips. It's all in the hip. Like, yeah, man. Yeah. It was great. It was great. Every day, how you doing? Isn't Equilibrium a remixed Fahrenheit 451? Well, Fahrenheit 451 is just about destroying books. Equilibrium has book destruction in it, but it's because the books cause you to feel emotions. So emotion is outlawed. You're not allowed to feel, basically, which is a phenomenally dystopian concept, right? Like, just being yourself and feeling your own existence, feeling human emotions is a crime. That's an incredible concept. Fisher? Okay, it's from the newer cartoons. Okay. There'll be a Happy Gilmore 2 soon. That's a shame. It'll probably suck. The reality, as far as I see it, is that Adam Sandler stopped making funny movies and just phones it in now. Adam Sandler is a genuine comedic talent, but if you don't put any effort in, then you end up with movies like Grown Ups and stuff like that. And that one movie I didn't even bother seeing where he played his own sister, and I'm sure it was awful. Right? So I have zero faith in any Adam Sandler comedy that's made in the current era, right? Actually, I'd be more likely to watch him in a serious role doing something else, you know? Because I haven't seen his recent serious roles, but I've heard good things about them. They're getting good reviews from reasonable sources. So it sounds to me like if he's in somebody else's movie and it's a serious movie, he'll try, but comedy movies are like paid vacations for him, and they suck. They suck. Like back in the Wedding Singer days, you know? I hope you fucking choke. Like, that shit was good. That shit was good. Zircon, I have not seen Uncut Gems, but I heard he was great in that. Yeah, Sandler was funny on Saturday Night Live. Absolutely. Absolutely. That actually to me was the golden era of Saturday Night Live. Him and Chris Farley doing the Hurley Boy was hilarious. Where he's just advertising his house sitting service, and he's like, let me water your plants for you. Let me bring in your paper. And then Chris Farley's like, let the boy bring in your paper. And it's just going on like that. And then like it just gets progressively, like at first he's just asking to do tasks that are literally house sitting tasks. And then he's like, let me live with you. You know, it just gets so ridiculous. And Chris Farley's over there just screaming his fucking head off with his intense energy. Just let the boy live with you. It's so good. It's so good. Like, it's genuinely amazing. So that era was amazing. Yeah, let the boy sleep in your bed. Shelley knows it. 100%. 100%. Zircon, he was good in the movie, but you hated it. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Newbie, you liked Uncut Gems, but overall his older movies were awesome. Billy Madison. Yeah, the early days when he tried, his movies were funny. I don't know exactly where he fell off, but I don't hold a grudge about it. I'm just like, bro, I liked certain movies you made. I thought they were hilarious. And now when I see your name on a comedy, I think it would be terrible. But I'm like, well, I'm glad you made some money because good for you. You know what I mean? If you want to phone it in and do whatever, that's your right. You can do that. But the movies, I'm not going to watch them. That's it. That's it. It was Click. Is Click where he fell off? You know what? Funny that you bring that up. I think Click was the last Adam Sandler movie I ever watched. I think that might be what it was. I think Zohan was the tipping point. Okay, if Zohan came out after Click, I saw that too. That movie's very forgettable. Very forgettable. Bono, your Happy Duskmorn's coming out soon because you're getting bored of Bloomburrow. Well, there you go. See? Some people are going to feel that way. Good for you. Have a good time. Enjoy it. I mean, I'll start playing with the new stuff as soon as it comes along, too. I just wish Bloomburrow got more time to settle in. Is what it is. But I ain't got a problem with other people wanting to fucking play with whatevs, man. You want the new shit? Knock yourself out. Zircon, you hate it in the same way you hated anger management. You get too immersed and angry. Fair enough. Fair enough. It affects you too much emotionally. Bono, you're expecting a fight. Well, you came to the wrong place. You came to the wrong place. The hell do I care? If somebody comes along and says, hey, I'm already bored of this format and I want to enjoy the next one, so I'm glad it's coming sooner. All right. That's it. That's it. You want fucking things that are gonna get me riled up, you should have been here for Dan Dan. There you go. The Dan Dan man. You missed the boat. I don't fucking care that some people want to play with Duskmourn. I don't give a shit. I don't demand that the world fucking suit itself to my tastes. I will criticize Wizards for their fucking poor production and cranking stuff out too fast and not caring. But I don't get angry at the Magic players about any of it. I don't get angry at Commander players because Commander's the format that Wizards of the Coast pays attention to. I have my disappointment firmly fixed on Wizards of the Coast. Whatever everybody else wants out of Magic, that's fine. The same way that I'm not going to let other people dictate to me what my Magic experience should be, I ain't here to dictate to others what theirs should be. So yeah, that's not the kind of thing that's going to get me worked up. It's like, whatever, man. Whatever, bro. Shelly, remember Little Nicky? I like Little Nicky. I like that movie. I like it. Cover Henry Winkler and Bees. That movie's fun. I like I don't remember the exact wording, but there's one part of the movie that I absolutely love when he's talking to the love interest chick. And he's like, I've always wanted to make love. Like the one demon takes over his ability to talk. And so he's talking to this chick that he's into. And then he's like, I've always wanted to make love to a gross whore. Like he calls her a gross whore or something like that. And it's so funny to me. Like shit talking is hilarious to me. And him being forced to do that to the chick that he's into is fucking funny. It's funny. Justin, what's my opinion of Foundation? It's good that they're bringing back a core style set and giving Standard some kind of something, because they threw away core sets, stopped caring about Standard, and had no products for beginners. I'm guessing the price point's going to be higher than I like, but overall, at least they're making something for people to ease into the game. Oh, Hayes. Yep. That is funny, actually. Dictate is a funny word. Will we get an Evil Dead 2 or Army of Darkness secret lair this fall? I doubt it. The first Evil Dead secret lair they did kind of was Evil Dead 1 and 2 anyways. You know what I mean? Ish, right? And on top of that, Wizards doesn't go back to properties they've already done. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't go, we're going to release one Doctor Who deck now, and then 4 years later we're going to do another one. Like, there's no revisiting IPs. They make their deal, they make the stuff, and then they're done. Right? So no, I don't think we'll ever get another Evil Dead or Army of Darkness secret lair. I don't think so. If we were going to get that, it would have all come out together in like a super drop. Wizards tends to bundle things together, with the exception of Hatsune Miku, who's getting 4 different variations across an entire year. Juggle them, yeah, exactly. Tossing new players into the deep end is not a smart plan. It's not a smart plan. Jess, yeah. They can totally go back to properties that they own. Wizards can do that 100%. But any IP outside of Wizards has only been tapped into once. Lowbrow, I'd be surprised if they bothered trying with The Hobbit. They would have already made a deal for that if they were going to, and there's zero chance that a Hobbit set would do nearly as good as the Lord of the Rings did. Like, it doesn't seem likely. When does Hatsune Miku come out? She only appears in the middle of the night for $13. The unlucky, unholy number. Oh, I could not have predicted stuff like Hatsune Miku becoming a part of Magic the Gathering. All this stuff is wild. All this stuff is wild. And it's just going to get further and further out there as we go along. And Hasbro does the same thing to Magic that it's done to Monopoly, making like 2,000 different versions. Drax, see, they don't errata cards to make them one of only in a deck. That's not put on a card. That's called restricting, and that only happens in Vintage. So it'll just be, it's either banned or not banned, and the One Ring will probably get banned. But Wizards hasn't sold through all their Lord of the Rings stuff yet, and who knows? They might have a reprint planned of it already to juice the numbers some more before they drop the hammer. But I mean, it's hilarious how they'll do bannings going, Urza Saga fits into too many decks and makes things too easy, and so we're removing it down to restricted because it's like no good to have something showing up that much. And then the One Ring is like, yeah, it's in a lot of different decks, but like that's not a bad thing. That's what they wanted to see. They were like, we know the One Ring is in a lot of decks, but we're not going to ban it because it can go in even more decks. That's not this recent announcement. That was an earlier announcement. And I'm just like they just talk out their ass. And it's crazy how ridiculous, like, oh, it turns out this was in everybody's deck, so we banned it. And then it's like, why aren't you banning this? Because it's in a lot of decks, but it can go into more now. And you're like, well, you just said that having something in too many decks is bad. And for that reason, the One Ring is legal until we've sold all the... just so more people can use it. It's ridiculous. The format's in a place we like to see it. Is it? Is it? The One Ring is ridiculous. It's like so much power. It's funny how the things they're saying now, oh yeah, it's the exact reasons they'll give later why it's being banned. We noticed that it was in too many decks. Okay. All right. Drac, yeah, it's a bad time to be getting into Modern. 100%. Because Wizards has decided Modern needs to rotate hardcore. Wizards is like, so, you know that stuff that you made because, like, you were tired of being in the standard rotation? What if we just went, fuck you, Modern now has the stuff directly printed into it? Deal with it. And each set that comes along, each new Modern set goes, you gotta play with stuff from this set. And it's like, oh, that's really healthy for the game, isn't it? We can't force you to play with it by actually having a real rotation, so we'll simulate rotation through insane power creep. So just wait until the next Modern Horizons, which will be 50% fucking Commander aimed shit, and the other half will be busted nonsense that's even stronger than what exists now. The game is in the grips of corporate cash grabbery to a large degree. And yeah, the power creep is completely out of control, man. Like it's insane. It's insane. They just keep printing more and more bonkers stuff. And they know. I mean, with the exception of things like Nadu, where they're just not paying attention. Listen, I'm the Modern expert. So I was designing this card in the Modern set for Commander. Okay. And I changed it at the last second. Okay. And I didn't really understand the text box. Okay. And yeah, anyways, it's in Modern now. Here you go. Oh my god, it's ruining Modern. Who could have foreseen this? Don't we have a Modern expert? Yeah, you're the Modern expert. But I told you I designed that card thinking about Commander. So I know I'm the Modern expert who is the head guy for this Modern set. So I was thinking about Commander for this. And it's like, yeah, you also need to think about Modern. Listen, that will require thinking and play testing, and we're not doing any of that. Ship this shit. I'll just write an article going, oops, my bad. Oh, that makes it all better, right? Pure absurdity. Pure fucking absurdity. Aggravating. It's aggravating to reveal, like, for some, it's like, yo, Sorry I drove my car into the side of your house. I don't have a driver's license. And I got really hammered. And I put a blindfold on. What are you fucking doing? What are you fucking doing? Right? It's so ridiculous. I made this card for Commander. And then I changed it and I didn't think about modern at all. Listen, guys, I didn't know equipment was a thing. Also, I didn't know creatures with activated ability for 0 were a thing. So I just said, put this ability on it twice. You get to double do this for each one of your creatures. And it's like, what? What? Okay, have fun having a 45-minute turn. Don't look at me. I'm just the modern expert. And this is just the modern format. And this set's just called Modern Horizons. But because I was designing for Commander, I wasn't paying attention. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy. Jess, you've seen posts about cats that buy fish with leaves, but it could have been a cat holding a leaf in its mouth in some made-up story. That's true. I have seen videos and heard accounts of dogs doing something like that, where they saw people walking up to like a food stall and handing over money and getting food, and the dog walks up with a leaf in its mouth, and the stall owner takes the leaf like it's money and gives the dog food. So it's not out of the realm of possibility. It seems less likely with a cat, but totally could be. I believed the shit about the dog that I saw. It didn't seem like it was faked to me. It's believable. Animals are fucking simple. It's just like, okay, it looks like you just go up and give this guy a thing and then you get a thing. And it's like, this leaf is the same difference as what those people have, right? That's one of those ones where if those are all fake, then the fake gets me because it's believable. It's believable. Shelly, yeah, crows definitely do that. Crows actually 100% can be like, you can teach them to exchange stuff. They will leave stuff in trade. Yeah, Drac, I mean it is surprising just how popular Commander is overall, but that's because it doesn't appeal to us. You know? That's the difference. Everybody has different likes, and a lot of people like Magic the Gathering as Commander. It's the vibe that they want to experience. I find the nature of it to be some of Commander I like, and some of it is not for me, really. So Jess, you saw studies saying crows are as smart as a 7-year-old kid. I don't know. I don't know exactly how smart crows are, but they seem pretty intelligent. They can remember people, and you can definitely train them to do things, you know? Bono, you're not wrong. Commander games do take a long time, and I don't like games that take forever. At a certain threshold, I want out of the game. It's like Risk or whatever. I'm just like, oh no. I don't like games that go on for too long. I can play multiple games of Magic in a row. I can keep playing games of something back to back, but anything that takes too long, like Axis and Allies and stuff, and I just start to lose interest before the game's over. Just like, I don't care anymore, man. So I stopped playing them because all it does is make the experience poor for other people. Because I just go, I'm getting out of this game right now one way or the other. Either I'm about to win or I'm about to like burn myself to the ground. Either way, I'm walking away. I'm done. I'm done. Don't expect me to sit down and play a board game with you for 2 hours. There's no fucking chance I'm doing that. Well, guess I shouldn't say no chance. I do really like Talisman. It's one of the few games that I've actually played that go for a long time that I'm totally cool with. You know? Most of the time it's like, eh. Mather Mandigo here for strong language and offensive content. Well, you're in the wrong place, because I run the fucking Happy Hug Factory that nobody ever gets offended by. So that's it. That's it. We're just here to talk about potato chips and watching movies and how nice hugs are. It's a scam. The thumbnail that says strong language or whatever, it's a scam, bro. It's a lie. All right, my friends, that was a fun time. Thanks for coming and hanging out on our random blabbing journey. And we will get back together real soon, looking like probably tomorrow. All right? Goodbye for now. I'm going for a dip.